Have you ever wondered how many astronauts have lost their lives in the line of duty? As we marvel at the vast expanse of the cosmos, let's take a moment to remember the brave individuals who dared to venture into the unknown. 14 brave NASA astronauts, in fact, paid the ultimate price during space missions or rigorous training. They ventured where few dare to go, in the pursuit of knowledge and the advancement of humanity. Today, we pay tribute to these brave souls by remembering their stories. Our journey begins on January 27, 1967, with the tragedy of Apollo 1. A ground test, seemingly routine, quickly spiraled into a catastrophic event that would forever change the course of space exploration. Astronauts Gus Grissom, Ed White, and Roger B. Chaffee were inside the command module, conducting a pre-flight test for what was to be the first manned Apollo mission. Suddenly, a fire erupted inside the module. The high-pressure, pure oxygen environment, coupled with a spark from an unknown source, made for a devastating inferno. In the span of a few heart-wrenching moments, the module was engulfed in flames. Despite the heroic efforts of the ground crew, the intense heat and toxic fumes proved too overwhelming. The brave astronauts, Grissom, White, and Chaffee, tragically lost their lives. Their sacrifice marked a turning point in NASA's approach to astronaut safety. It was a somber reminder that the journey to the stars is fraught with more danger than we could ever imagine. Fast forward to January 28, 1986, the day of the Space Shuttle Challenger disaster. A cold winter day in Florida, the launch site was bustling with anticipation. 7 astronauts were on board the Challenger: Francis R. Scobie, Michael J. Smith, Ronald McNair, Ellison S. Onizuka, Judith A. Resnick, Gregory Jarvis, and Krista McAuliffe, who was set to be the first teacher in space. As they buckled in, the excitement was palpable, but so too was the tension. The countdown began, and with the words "liftoff," Challenger rose into the sky. But just 73 seconds into the flight, disaster struck. The shuttle broke apart, consumed in a cloud of smoke and fire. The cause? A faulty O-ring seal in its right solid rocket booster. This small, seemingly insignificant component, compromised by the unusually cold weather, had failed, leading to the catastrophic loss of the spacecraft and all 7 lives on board. The O-ring failure caused a breach in the solid rocket booster joint it sealed, allowing pressurized hot gas from within the solid rocket motor to reach the outside and impinge upon the adjacent solid rocket booster attachment hardware and external fuel tank. This led to the separation of the right-hand solid rocket booster's aft attachment and the structural failure of the external tank. Aerodynamic forces promptly broke up the orbiter, a tragedy witnessed by millions on live television. In the aftermath, the nation mourned. The Challenger disaster was a shocking event that brought the world to a standstill. Investigations into the accident led to a suspension of the Space Shuttle program and a thorough review of NASA's procedures. It prompted major changes in the design of the Space Shuttle and in the organization of NASA itself. The Challenger disaster served as a stark reminder of the risks involved in space travel. As we venture further into the cosmos, we must remember those who have given their lives in the pursuit of knowledge and exploration. Their sacrifices remind us of the courage it takes to push beyond our earthly boundaries and the vigilance required to ensure the safety of those brave enough to do so. The final incident in our journey takes us to February 1, 2003, the day of the Space Shuttle Columbia disaster. This tragic day began as a routine re-entry into Earth's atmosphere for the crew of the Space Shuttle Columbia, after a successful 16-day mission in space. But as the world watched, the unexpected happened. The Columbia shuttle, carrying 7 astronauts, disintegrated in the sky over Texas, just minutes before it was due to land. The crew was a diverse group of individuals: Commander Rick D. Husband, Pilot William C. McCool, Payload Commander Michael P. Anderson, Payload Specialist Ilan Ramon, who was also the first Israeli astronaut, and Mission Specialist Kalpana Chawla, David M. Brown, and Laurel B. Clark. All 7 lost their lives in the line of duty, their sacrifice a stark reminder of the risks involved in space travel. But what caused this disaster? The answer lies in a seemingly minor incident that occurred during the shuttle's launch, 16 days prior. A piece of foam insulation broke off from the space shuttle's external tank and struck the left wing of the orbiter. This seemingly insignificant event caused a hole in the wing's leading edge, damaging the thermal protection system of the spacecraft. When Columbia re-entered Earth's atmosphere on that fateful day, hot atmospheric gases entered the hole in the wing, causing the shuttle to become unstable and eventually break apart. The catastrophic event shocked the world and led to a 2-year suspension of the Space Shuttle program, while safety measures were re-evaluated and improved. The Columbia disaster served as a brutal reminder of the dangers inherent in space exploration. It underscored the reality that even with the most advanced technology and rigorous safety measures, there is always a certain degree of risk involved in venturing into the unknown. The Columbia disaster reminded us once again of the dangers astronauts face in their pursuit of knowledge and exploration. The bravery and dedication of these 7 astronauts will always be remembered. Their sacrifice a testament to the human spirit's unyielding desire to push the boundaries of our knowledge and explore the vast cosmos beyond our world. These 14 brave individuals made the ultimate sacrifice in the name of space exploration. They were not just astronauts. They were pioneers, explorers, and heroes. They were individuals of exceptional courage, dedication, and unyielding spirit. They dared to dream, dared to challenge, and dared to venture into the unknown. Each one of them had a unique story, a unique journey, but they all shared a common goal: the exploration and understanding of the cosmos. Their sacrifices were not in vain. Each tragic event has brought about significant changes in how we approach space travel. It has led to improvements in astronaut safety, stringent checks and measures, and more robust spacecraft designs. Their sacrifices have also advanced our understanding of space, pushing the boundaries of human knowledge and capabilities. We remember them not for how they died, but for what they lived for, and the contributions they made. Astronauts like Gus Grissom, Ed White, and Roger Chaffee of Apollo 1, the crew of the Space Shuttle Challenger, including Krista McAuliffe, a teacher who was to be the first civilian in space, and the crew of the Space Shuttle Columbia. As we gaze up at the stars, let us remember these brave explorers who dared to venture into the unknown. Their legacy continues to inspire us and guide our journey into the cosmos.